out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I...
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter.
Thank you, Kershaw. This is a no-hitter.
It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. Muncy, a walk-off home run.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I...
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter.
Thank you, Kershaw. This is a no-hitter.
It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. Muncy, a walk-off home run. This is way back. Walk 'em off. Chris Taylor.
Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back.
Mookie Betts takes it personal. Mookie's 3-run shot in the extra innings in the 10th inning was the difference. The Dodgers beat the Halos in extra innings. Did the Angels give a tribute to Shohei Ohtani? What was the reception like in Anaheim? We're going to break it all down on a jam-packed episode of the Dodgers Nation postgame show.
Another payoff. Fetty got him with a slider. Thank you, Kershaw.
It's Teoscar Hernandez. Mookie mashed.
It's a grand slam. 83
And game ender.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Thanks for joining us after the Dodgers get the win in Anaheim. They beat the Angels by a final score of 6-2. They improved to 84-55 on the season. Your Los Angeles Dodgers have the best record in baseball, a game and a half up on the Philadelphia Phillies. It was a tight game. The offense disappeared in the middle innings throughout until the 10th inning when they were able to get some runs across, and a lot of that had to do with Mookie Betts taking it extremely personal after Ron Washington, he elects to intentionally walk Shohei Ohtani to get to Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts' first pitch, homers to left, 3-run shot, puts the Dodgers up 6-2.
Mookie Betts drives the ball. Left field. Debut. Mookie Betts.
So you love that from Marcus Lynn Betts. And sure, he's going to say the right things after the game. He's going to say, I just went up there and tried to do my job. But no, that's why these guys are competitors. That's why these guys are the best at what they do. And it's another example of how historic this lineup is. The MV3. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. 3 future Hall of Famers in their primes, batting in the same lineup. It's the best 1, 2, 3 in baseball. And yes, you kind of feel for Ron Washington in that situation. It's a pick your poison type of moment. But still, Mookie Betts, he's an MVP. Mookie Betts is a player that, had he not gotten injured, had he not fractured his left hand, he would have probably won the MVP in the National League, even with the 50-50 season of Shohei Ohtani, because he would have stayed at shortstop longer. He was having an incredible season. At the very least, he would have absolutely been in the mix. I think Shohei, the 50-50, probably would have taken over the top because baseball's never seen that before. But still, if he had stayed at shortstop, the narrative would have been in favor of Shohei Mookie Betts in that situation. But what a game for your Los Angeles Dodgers. Walker Buehler continues to trend in the right direction. Where are all those fans all over X, all over Instagram, that were telling me that Walker Buehler was done, that Butane should have pitched his last game for the Dodgers because they're in a division race and you can't afford Walker Buehler and you just can't do this because you're in a division? Call Landon Knack. What'd I say? Buehler's upside and the alternatives that you had made more sense to give him more opportunities. And I think Walker Buehler tonight did a fantastic job, especially when you consider that the Dodgers offense, outside of an early 2-run inning they had in the third after a triple by Shohei Ohtani and a single by Mookie Betts, they weren't able to put some runs across there early on, but it was tight. And Buehler, he stayed steady, and he ends up going 5 innings, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, had 6 strikeouts, 2 walks on 83 pitches, a 31 called strike and whiff percentage. The ERA is at 5.67, but for me, you don't look at those stats, you look at the here and now when it comes to Walker Buehler. I'll never forget, after his last start at Dodger Stadium, just talking to him and looking at his t-shirt saying, it was a Jason shirt, and the shirt said, "From hell and back to hell and back." And I think that he's had that mindset, knowing that he's gone through a lot, but he's not afraid of a challenge, and we saw that today. Really, when you look at Buehler's outing, the thing that stands out, curveball continues to be effective as long as he's locating that fastball, and the 2 home runs that he gave up were on just 2 bad pitches. The Logan O'Hoppe one, that was on a cutter. The bomb by Taylor Ward was on a fastball that he kind of left out of the plate. But Walker Buehler continues to take steps in the right direction. And, yeah, just what a win for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Another thing I want to point out, too, is now with this loss, the Angels 57-81. 57-81. They are guaranteed to have a losing season. Shohei Ohtani, this was his first. Think about this. Process this. Shohei Ohtani, multi-time MVP winner, the face of Major League Baseball. Tonight was his first meaningful baseball game in September. If you look at the grand scheme of things in this sport, you love it. And I love the end of the game, too. Not running on Mookie Betts. Yeah, forget Angels in the outfield. I'd rather have Mookie in the outfield. And I love that Mookie's in the outfield, in right field, where he belongs. But let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation from. Let's celebrate this win. Your Dodgers have won 12 of their last 15 games. Best record in baseball. Mookie, Shohei, Freddie. How about that bat by Freddie? Ended up in a strikeout. Still a fun thing to watch. But let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation from. And also, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel, the #1 Dodgers YouTube channel, and also the #1 live post-game show. We're doing tons of giveaways, working on the next giveaway package for you guys. The next giveaway package, we got the list of hats. The hat winners have been recorded. You will be getting those hats. We're expecting the shipment later this week, so be on the lookout for that. T-shirts, but absolutely, you got to love it. We got okay, so we're not on YouTube, so let's figure this thing out. And here we go. Let's make sure. Let's double check. Let's see here. 1 second, and we'll run this whole thing back. 1 second here. It's private. Here we go. Now let's get it popping here. You know what? We're going to run this whole thing back. 1 second.
I don't care if
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. Thank you, Kershaw. This is a no-hitter. It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. My series, a walk-off.
take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I.
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so
The Angels disrespect Mookie Betts, and Mookie hits a big 3-run shot in extra innings. The Dodgers beat the Angels, and they forced them into another losing season. Did the Angels pay tribute to Shohei Ohtani? We're giving out the Dodger Dog of the Game. Got some injury updates, all that more on a jam-packed episode of the Dodgers Nation postgame show.
Another payoff. Benny got him with a slider. Clayton Kershaw. It's Teoscar Hernandez. Mookie mashed. It's a grand slam. 83 stop and game ender.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Thanks for joining us after the Dodgers beat the Angels by a final score of 6-2. They improved to 84-55, and they have the best record in baseball, up a game and a half on the Philadelphia Phillies, and your Dodgers continue to win. They've won 12 of their last 15 games. They had a successful 4-game series against the Diamondbacks where they took 3 of 4. Heading into this one, you essentially had a 7-game lead over the Diamondbacks because you own the tiebreaker. And now the Dodgers 5.5 games up of the San Diego Padres and 6 on the D-backs. But like I said, with that tiebreaker, you are essentially up 7 games. And it was a big win for the Dodgers, a statement win for Shohei Ohtani, showing that team what it's like to be in a functioning, well-run organization. The Angels with the loss fall to 57-81. At 57-81, they have clinched another losing season. And now Shohei Ohtani has played his first meaningful games in the month of September, and it's the 7th year of his career. The Angels didn't deserve Shohei Ohtani, but we have a lot to get into. Let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation from. I'm always looking for those fire takes. I'm always looking for all of your comments of the show. When I see those, I'm absolutely going to show you some love. So let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation down below in the comments section. Give me those cities. Give me those zip codes. Let me know down below. And what was your reaction to Ron Washington electing to intentionally walk Shohei Ohtani to get to Marcus Lynn Betts? We're going to talk about that. Doug, 18 is the magic number. Let's go. That's from Michael E. Ford over on Facebook. Yeah, we're talking magic numbers. Kelly O'Shea says, yay. Yeah, we are all live on YouTube. Nor Ortega. Yeah, we'll figure that thing out. We'll figure that thing out for you guys. What happened with Mookie? We got That's My Goat from Jason. Ricky Vasquez never clicked on a live so fast after the dub. Close second. Let's go. We got Let's Go Blue. We got all you guys. What's up, D-Mac from Fontana? Daddy Mac from Stepbrother D-Mac. What's up, Stepbrother D-Mac? We got Nando. D-Mac on that AOL CD internet. Who doesn't remember those? Those AOL CD internets. Yeah. And if that's the Angels. The Angels are AOL. The Dodgers like T1, T3, high-speed internet. D-Mac, laser focus. What up, Ray Soto? What's up, Diego Ortiz? We got a 50-50 watch. They were on Ohtani's back. Richard Flores, Mookie's home run was a huge FU to the NL West. I like that take right there. Like that take from my man Richard Flores. We got Matthew Franco, sub D-Mac. We got Justin Lamas, always rocking with us, and today he's rocking with us from France. Comme allez-vous? Justin J. Bullet says the Mookie disrespect is real. Jason, Mookie's the real GOAT. We got Brian Gax in the chat. We got Rosemary Rodriguez. Yes, I like you two better. We got Jose Aguirre. I need that emotion Mookie showed injected into my veins. That was so electric. Just the emotion that Mookie showed as he's rounding the bases and he hits that home run. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to start right there in the 10th inning. And really not a lot happening. Not a lot happening for this Dodgers offense. In between the 3rd inning where they put up 2 runs and then all the way to the 10th inning where they put up 4 runs. And everyone's going to talk about Mookie, which we are right now, but also show a lot of love to that Dodgers bullpen. That Dodgers bullpen, they went out there, they performed extremely well, as did, I think, Walker Buehler, all things considered. A big step in the right direction. We're going to break down his outing. But you had Daniel Hudson, Evan Phillips, Blake Trinan, Michael Kopech, who gets the win tonight, and Ryan Brazier. You had 5 Dodgers relievers they all retired the side in order. They all faced the minimum, covering 5 innings. So give this Dodgers bullpen some love down below in the comment section. Give Walker Buehler some love, too. He goes 5 innings. Allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, had 6 strikeouts, 83 pitches. The ERA is at 5.67. But the moment of the night came in the 10th inning. And you got the Manfred men on base. The Dodgers, who are now 9-7 in extra innings games on the season, that 10th inning got very interesting very, very quickly. And in the 10th inning, you had Max Muncy. He grounded out to second, and Edman advanced to third. That brings up Miguel Rojas. First pitch, Miggy Rowe sees a sinker on the inner half, puts a good swing on it, wasn't trying to do too much, puts the ball in play, and Max Muncy comes and Tommy Edman comes around to score. The Dodgers get the lead at 3-2. So the Dodgers go up 3-2 after the Rojas single, and then Kevin Kiermaier, he pinch runs for Miguel Rojas, and then Gavin Lux, he grounded to first. Kiermaier gets to second, and then that brings up Shohei Ohtani. And with the runner at second, Ron Washington elects to intentionally walk Shohei Ohtani to get to Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts on the on-deck circle, he walks up, goes into the box. Did he waste any time? No, he did not. First pitch slider up in the zone on the inner half. So, look, in Ron Washington's defense, you had a righty on the mound. Shohei Ohtani clearly would have taken advantage of that moment. You could smell a Shohei moment. You could smell a show homer, a show bomb, and a big moment. So you get to Mookie Betts, but then you go from one MVP to another MVP that's in the box with a chip on his shoulder, and Mookie did exactly what you would expect him to do, and he was the player of the game. Mookie, he was the reason why the Dodgers win this game with his offense. On the night, Mookie goes 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. He drove in 4 of the Dodgers' 6 runs on the night. But how about Mookie living his Betts life? And that was just an incredible moment right there. An incredible moment for Mookie Betts. I mean, look, this is a guy who's won World Series, but I think the biggest takeaway here is that it just goes to show the depth of this lineup. It just goes to show that the Dodgers have the best 1-2-3 in Major League Baseball. The MV3, as we've called them the entire season, and they're not just great players, they're future Hall of Famers. They complement each other. And look, it's one thing to be talented. It's one thing to be an all-star, but it's another thing to have that FU mentality like Mookie Betts had when he stepped into that box. He respects Ron Washington. He respects good managing and whatever you want to call it, but still, in that situation, you have to just kind of go to that extra gear. And Mookie, look, I don't care what he says after the game. He's going to say the right things, but I guarantee you he felt disrespected by that and said, you know what, let's go. He hits a 3-run bomb, and I think that was evidenced by the emotion that he showed as he was rounding the bases. But we got Fontana, California, James Rodriguez in the house. What up, James Rodriguez, rocking with us. We got Brian Gax. We got Craig Osterberg. Craig Osterberg coming hot. Angel Food Cake. We got Descendant 8, repping Dodgers in Anaheim. I Bleed Blue. Kelly O'Shea's Shohei being interviewed. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Eric Karros was going off about the Shohei intentional walk. I love me some EK. A Bruin great. We got DeVore in the house. What's up, Richard Flores? Always appreciate you joining us. By the way, let me know, who is your Dodgers dog of the game? Who's your Dodgers dog of the game on this one? Is it Buehler? Is it Mookie? Is it the bullpen as a whole? Then you could certainly make the case for that.
Dodger dog of the game.
But we got some fire takes here. We got Ben Joyce loves tortas. Ben Joyce loves tortas. That's pretty tasty. Yeah, how about Ben Joyce? 105.5 miles per hour. 105.5. And, yeah, absolute gas absolute gas by Ben Joyce, striking out Tommy Edman. And that was some electric stuff there in the top of the ninth inning. Four-seam fastball is the second hardest throwing pitch since Aroldis Chapman. Yamamoto and Glasnow need to be back now for the Dodgers to have a chance to win the World Series. The usual suspects always knew. Bullpen held it down from Jason. Dylan Tran, Bullpen had a nice bounce back in the right direction. Yeah, absolutely. And look, that's baseball for you, right? You're scoring tons and tons of runs against the Diamondbacks. And then tonight, Reed Detmers, the Dodgers, they had issues with him. They just did not perform well for the most part. Reed Detmers, I mean, the top of the third inning, they were able to put some offense together there. And bottom of the second inning, kind of will start right there, is Logan O'Hoppe, 2-2 count. He crushes a solo shot to center 438 feet to put the Angels up early 1-0. And then Buehler does a nice job settling down. He gives a base hit to Drury. Then he strikes out Adele. Four-seam fastball, challenges him in the zone, really doing a much better job of hitting the outer part of the plate and not leaving stuff out over. The command, the delivery is better, and he's not working hard to find his mechanics on the mound. I think that's leading to more efficiency, and he's leading to just better pitches in the zone. And then he also bounces back to strikeout Cavada, swinging. He gets him with a knuckle curve, gets him to chase one out of the zone, and he gets another one with the next batter, and Taylor Ward gets him to strike out with that knuckle curve. So 6 strikeouts on the night for Walker Buehler. Not a ton of swing and miss, but still, when he needed it in those early innings, he did have it. And then top of the third inning, Miguel Rojas, who showed Miggy Rowe some love, by the way. Miguel Rojas, absolutely. Jose Aguirre says extend Miggy Rowe. Nando 390 says Ron Washington running lines in the dugout. What is happening there? What is happening there? We got Mookie obliterated that ball from Austin Mandy. We got Denny Cortez already called the walk into the dugout phone. That's a fire take. That's a fire take right there. You gotta love that. You gotta love that right there.
Fire take.
We got boom from J Cam. Yeah, absolutely. D-Mac, tell the Angels to put some respect on Mookie's name. Washington showed us why the Angels are in last place for sure. We got hey D-Mac, Mookie bombs. Bro, didn't think Mookie could do it. We got D-Mac. We need this Mookie in the playoffs because teams walk Ohtani. J Cam, look, I think that it'd be interesting to ask Mookie how he settled in to batting in the 2-hole. And I think that he's settling in very, very nicely. And I think he likes the fact that he's sandwiched in between Shohei and Freddie Freeman, seeing really, really good pitches, put in really nice run opportunities. I mean, run producing opportunities where you can go up there and drive in runs. And you've seen it so far with Mookie since he's been back. I mean, he continues to have a ton of success, and he's 10 for 24 with runners in scoring position. And he was already having a hot August. He had an 829 OPS in August, hitting 271. And then September, heading in this one, he was 3 for 6 with a double with a 1238 OPS. So he is really getting hot at the right time. It looks like he has a ton left in the tank. And, yeah, you got to love the fact that he's just saying, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. I have no issue batting behind Shohei Ohtani. Diane Schroeder in the house, representing, as always, Michael McCaffrey. D-Mac, do you think the sign falling during Shohei's interview is a sign that In-N-Out needs to come to Washington? I did not see that because I hopped on to do this show, so I'm very interested to see what that was. Because, yeah, I did see that they did a little nice tribute for him. It kind of looked like a Microsoft PowerPoint type thing. And, yeah, it was good to see the Angels step up and give him an ovation. It's not Shohei's fault that they're in an inept organization, right? Shohei Ohtani did everything he could to help that organization win. But, yeah, that was good to see. Washington couldn't even give the Angels fans what they came to see in their 416. Don't mess with Mookie. That's from Jason. What's up, Jason? Appreciate you. Goat Mac from Whittier. What's up, Mr. G? Appreciate you. Ray V. Guzman Jr. D-Mac in Arizona. Ohtani, Mookie, and Freddie back-to-back home runs. The three amigos. That's from Ray Guzman. I like that. That was great. BC Karros was great. Yeah, it was great to see EK on the broadcast with Mr. Steven Nelson. Jose Marrero, Marcus Lynn Betts makes the bum Angels. Pay a wise man once told me, you walked an MVP to face another, especially to a guy that's the best in baseball with runners in scoring position. Let's get the broom. Let's go Dodgers. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Break out the brooms. And yeah, it wasn't just the home run by Mookie. How about in the bottom of the 10th inning when you're not going to run on him, right? Forget Angels in the outfield. I would rather have Mookie in the outfield. And that's where he is now. And that's where he's at his best, and that's where he's really, really helping this team in a massive, massive way. But that's a fire take. I'll give you some love on that one. Definitely a fire take. And then we got my man from Whittier in the house, always representing. We got the 209. You always give me those cities. I love to see what you guys are representing. We got Need before Zod 21, Rojas Dodgers dog of the game. So you're giving him your Dodgers dog of the game. I like that. I like that pick.
Dodger dog of the game.
Definitely showed some dog. Buehler and the Moog from Larry. Love my Dodgers from Jag 35 Rebel. Mookie Madness, JR. We got Miggy Rose, that dog from Daniel Clark. Nando 390 says trade for Ben Joyce. Yeah, I mean that's some serious gas by Joyce. There's no doubt about that. But the top of the third inning, though, like we said, Miguel Rojas, really nice at bat, falls behind the count after getting up in the count early on, and it was 2-2, and then he takes two straight balls. He lays off of two sliders from Reed Detmers down and in, and then he draws that leadoff walk. Couple batters later, Shohei Ohtani, another great piece of two-strike approach and great strike zone awareness there, as well as he falls behind the count 0-2, fouls off a pitch, fourth pitch. He takes a ball up out of the zone. Couple pitches later, Reed Detmers leaves a curveball middle, and Shohei Ohtani, he's thinking three.
Another two-strike pitch. And Ohtani smokes it down the line into the right field corner. Rojas on his horse. Adele just got to the ball, so Rojas being waved around. He's going to score to tie the game. RBI triple for Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, and Shohei Ohtani gets that triple right there. You saw the speed. Now I'm saying, man, a triple Shohei, really? I mean, unless you're going to steal home. I mean, come on now. I need home runs and stolen bases. No, but it really just shows you he's out there and he's just going to perform. And the next batter, Mookie Betts, you got to run on third. And Mookie was wasting no time tonight. Very first pitch from Reed Detmers, he takes a single. He takes a curveball on the outer half, and you get another run.
And on the first pitch, he does bring Ohtani home to give the Dodgers the lead. Mookie Betts not wasting any time against Reed Detmers. It's 2-1.
So I just love the groove that Mookie Betts is in right now, and that put the Dodgers up 2-1 at that point. Betts also stole a base. He stole second. And then Freddie Freeman on a 2-0 count, he singled to right to give the Dodgers runners on the corners. And then Teoscar and Smith, they strike out in back-to-back at-bats to end the innings. But the Dodgers get 2 runs on 3 hits. They cash in on a leadoff walk by Miguel Rojas. He scored on the Ohtani triple to tie things up at 1. And then Betts, he got Ohtani home on that single to left. So some nice offense there because, look, Reed Detmers, he pitches well against his Dodgers team. And there was a lot of swing and miss in there. They had 18 swings and misses on 48 swings tonight. And he went out there and he had 10 strikeouts. He pitched 6 innings. I mean, triple digits in pitches. So, yeah, give Reed Detmers some credit. But the Dodgers offense, they really were struggling against him, weren't seeing him well. And I think what really stuck out to me is, hey, you can win games in multiple ways. I mean, the bullpen, they were incredibly effective for the Dodgers. You had Daniel Hudson, Evan Phillips, Blake Trinan, Michael Kopech, Ryan Brazier. They all put up zeros all night long. So, yeah, there was that. I mean, getting back to your point, Nando, yeah, that Ben Joyce heater right there, that was the fastest pitch on a strikeout in the StatCast era when he punched out Tommy Edman with a 105.5 mile per hour fastball there in the 9th inning. But I think, look, arrested Dodgers bullpen, a bullpen that went out there, they were effective, and they got the job done. And guys are trending in the right direction from that standpoint as well. You got to show them a lot of love because this bullpen is really looking as deep as it's been in years. D-Mac, how do we feel about Yamamoto's outing today? We'll talk about Yamamoto's outing a little later. I was going to talk about that on tomorrow's show. I will be in Anaheim tomorrow covering the game, so I'm going to try to get a video up out there in Anaheim. If any of you guys are going to be there, that should be a fun one. I mean, I need a show bomb. I need a show bomb in Dodger Blue. But to answer your question on Yoshinobu Yamamoto tonight, he had his second rehab start with the Oklahoma City Dodgers. The plan was for him to go 3 innings, and tonight he ends up going 2 innings. He gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, had 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. And there was an at bat against Omar Narvaez. It was a 17-pitch at bat. So basically, they said, you know what? Let's call it. Let's end it at 2. You throw the extra session after. And I think the other thing you look at, too, the second biggest takeaway was the velo. He was hitting 95 and 96. So you're hitting 95 and 96 down in AAA in a rehab start. That tells me you got 97 and 98 in there with adrenaline in the postseason. So I feel really good about where Yamamoto is at as far as the velocity and the command. I talked to a player down with the Oklahoma City Dodgers, and he's just going to be kind of telling me some interesting nuggets about Yamamoto. And Yamamoto is putting in all the work. He's embracing this, of course. But they asked him, hey, I mean, let's not forget. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, it kind of gets overshadowed by the superstar that is Shohei Ohtani. But don't kid yourself. He is a superstar in his own right. I mean, he's a top 5 most famous person in his country of Japan. So he's a big celebrity. And one of the minor league players told me, they asked him, hey, Yoshi, do you like pitching in the minors? And he just smiled and just shook his head, saying, no, I don't like pitching in the minors. And he just doing what he has to do to get back with the Dodgers in the show, for sure. We got Jose Ayala, D-Mac, too many. Hey, look, we got number 1 for a reason, man. Mookie has to perform in the playoffs. Eddie Chavez, my birthday is tomorrow. Can I get a hat for my Dodgers collection? Eddie Chavez, I'll give you a birthday shout out tomorrow. Join the show for Dodgers Dugout Live. We'll see what we can do, my man. DKM, hey D-Mac, any update on Clayton Kershaw? Have we seen the last of Kersh, or will he make it in time for the playoffs? So we talked about Clayton Kershaw a good amount on Dodgers Dugout Live this afternoon. I had my man Jeff Snyder, Snydog, on the show. We talked a lot about Clayton Kershaw and the possibility of his return. And really, when you look at a bone spur in your toe, that really is an indication of overuse. And the latest update we got on Clayton Kershaw was from Dave Roberts, when he told us that he's going to be walking in a boot, and they are going to be doing more scans on that left big toe. So, yeah, I think the big question is when he's going to come back, because he's eligible to come back on September 15th. But how will he look by then? I definitely think the fact that it's not his arm is encouraging. It's not his shoulder. That's encouraging. And he even said after his last start that the frustrating thing about this is that everything is feeling well. It's just his toe. And I think that the realization that this has been going on for years now, it's not like it's a new injury for him, is definitely encouraging too, because it tells you that he knows how to manage this. So I wouldn't rule him out. But, I mean, with the way Buehler's pitching, Bobby Miller's trending in the right direction, you definitely have a good amount of starters you can pick from. We got D-Mac, the Dodgers starting 9 is better than my fantasy team. I love it, man. Yeah, it's like a fantasy team with like 4 teams. We got Patchlord D-Mac doing the show after taking one to the neck in the 9th is gritty. Yeah, look, I had to, man. I had to. I thought about not, but for sure. We got Nando390 talking about Angels fans at Disneyland. Matthew Franco, D-Mac, I think my dad went to the same high school and your dad, he graduated in 88. Good times. Ricky Vasquez, Angels quickly chat GPT'd that Shohei Ohtani tribute after all the backlash leading up to the game. Ricky Vasquez, that's definitely a comment of the show contender right there. It definitely felt like that too. It looked very Microsoft PowerPoint, and I probably get the idea that they probably said, oh guys, we're getting some, like you said, some backlash, bad PR from this. Can somebody, hey, get one of the interns. Hey, one of the interns, can you go whip something together real quick, because we don't want to get dragged by the media So I definitely think that there's probably something to that. The fact that they didn't have something planned as of Monday. So I definitely think there could be something to that. But, yeah, look, I don't think Shohei really cares that much, to be honest with you. I mean, he's focused on one thing, and that's winning as many World Series titles as he can for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's made it very clear to Dave Robertson, this organization, that he wants to go down as the best player of all time. He wants to go down as one of the greats. And when that is your goal, when that is your standard, you don't have time for the Angels, right? The Angels and Shohei Ohtani, let's just be honest, let's call it what it is. They weren't big enough for him. He outgrew them. He outgrew them as a player. He outgrew them as a person. I mean, just think about this. He goes out of Anaheim, gets married, right? We know more about him. He's in the media more. We have more exposure for him now that he's with the Dodgers. So I personally think that was the best thing that ever happened to him, was using that as his training grounds. It was like that was his college, right? Anaheim was his college. The Dodgers are the real world. The Dodgers are his job, right? I mean, that's the real world. You trained. You had MVP seasons. You pitched at this level, and you didn't have all that pressure of a massive market to be able to do what no one's ever done, which is pitch at that level and hit at that level in the modern era, right? So I definitely think it's that. But, yeah, he outgrew that organization. He did. He really, really did. I mean, it's like your high school girlfriend or whatever. It's like, yeah, I mean, we're not going to get married, right? We're not serious, right? We're going to go our separate ways after prom, after high school, and then boom. He's really found himself with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chris says Trinan looking filthy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, give kudos to this entire bullpen that definitely benefited tonight from going up this Angels offense, but still, I think you look at the success they had, and I mean, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think the number one that stands out to me is in the bottom of the 6th inning. The first reliever out of the pen was Daniel Hudson. And Daniel Hudson had been struggling of late. The strikeout rate was down. You didn't just have the same consistency. The walk rate was up, and you saw Dave Roberts take the ball early from him in the Diamondback series for too many walks, and he goes out there and you saw 2 strikeouts. 2 of the 3 outs he's recorded were via that strikeout, and he struck out Moniak with a 4-seam fastball up in the zone for the second out, and then he struck out Logan O'Hoppe with a slider in the bottom of the zone. So for Daniel Hudson to factor into this bullpen, you need to see the swing and miss. You need to see the punch. You need to minimize the walk. So that was very, very encouraging. And I think for him, they're just kind of managing his workload a little bit. You saw how many days he went in between pitching when he just wasn't being used. And it's very clear to me that they want to make sure that if he's going to be part of this postseason mix, he's going to have to find a way to get as healthy as possible, get as fresh as possible. But they know that. I mean, before he pitched last Thursday against the Orioles on August 29th, the last time he pitched before that was August 20th. He had gone 9 days without pitching. And then against the Diamondbacks, he goes an inning, didn't give up a run, and that definitely was promising. But against the Orioles, had those 2 walks, was taken out of the game early, so he's trending in the right direction. Feel really, really good about him. But give me your grade for Walker Buehler. Got to talk about Walker Buehler for sure. We got Ben Joyce was auditioning for Friedman from Nando, 390. Yeah, that's the talk right now, right? Ben Joyce, the gas from Ben Joyce was something to behold, man. I mean, that was a big time heater, and yes, it comes at the expense of Tommy Edman, who goes down swinging at a dotted, not just a great velocity pitch, but just the command, the control, the spin. I mean, he dotted that on the inside corner. I was just like, I was losing it just watching that pitch. I mean, it was just casual. I mean, casual 102, and then pumping 105.5. The only pitch that was faster than Ben Joyce's was the 105.7 mile per hour pitch that Aroldis Chapman threw in 2016. So very, very close to that. And like I said, the impressive thing to me was the fact that he painted that and you had that control over that level of velocity. So, yeah, I mean, geez, man, nastier than a gas station bathroom on that one for sure. I mean, Jesus. geez, that was something spectacular. And I remember a couple years ago, he threw the fastest pitch in college baseball history. And, now he's got the second fastest one now he's got the second fastest one. But, yeah, I remember when he was back in Tennessee, man, throwing gas, and we saw that on display tonight. I saw people, too, they were criticizing, were the radar guns off? You got to recalibrate those radar guns. But, look, I think that was legit. I don't question it at all, but still, geez, I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at seeing that. That was pretty spectacular. But let's get back into your comments, guys. And we're going to talk some Walker Buehler. We got Smith just doesn't look right. Is there some unannounced injury going on with him? I think it's just more the rigors of playing the catcher spot. I was talking to Dalton Russian recently. He told me, look, you play that position long enough in consecutive days, at some point is going to take its toll on your ability to hit consistently. But I still think we've seen some good things from Will Smith. You saw the 2-hit game against the Diamondbacks. You saw the home run he hit, and just kind of the big kind of moments are starting to trickle back in after having, frankly, a down couple of months. Not just 1 or 2 months, but a down couple of months. But the home run he hit on Friday, when he goes 1 for 4 against the Diamondbacks, that home run was huge. And I think that we're going to look back, and that is going to spark the end of season uptick in performance from him. That was huge, man. A 3-run shot. Dodgers were up 6-5 at the time, and he hits that 3-run shot off of Seawald. So you're seeing better moments, you're seeing better at bats, and I always caution fans that you didn't want to see Buehler anymore. You wanted to throw away the Lux. Chris Taylor's looking better. It's a long season. Baseball is very, very hard. Jose Ayala, D-Mac, Many Pox Beers number 1. Oh, appreciate you, my man, Jose. You're the man. Appreciate you. Always appreciate all you guys out there, for sure. We got Jin Griffey Jr. I love your name. My phone just refuses to alert me for D-Mac's show. We'll look into that. We'll find out what's the deal with that. Professor Yamamoto, Kershaw baseball cleats should be designed with slightly wider toe boxes. You know what? I'm going to try to run that by some of the players, hear what they have to say about that. A reporter asked Kersh today, by the way, if you could pitch with a boot on. So that made me laugh. But it was all for fun and games. Angels trash, sell the team. That's from Graham Farmer. Absolutely. David Parks is taking a hit. Okay. Rosemary Rodriguez, Shohei is over the Angels. LOL. He wants to erase that time. BC, when does Yamamoto do his rehab start? Can win the World Series without Yamamoto and Glasnow. Look, you're looking at mid-September for both of those guys, and that's the best case scenario for Tyler Glasnow. And with Yamamoto, after evaluating yesterday's start, or tonight's start, it's about having the conversation. When I talked to Dave Roberts about Yamamoto, he said, look, we think everything's going the right direction, but still, you have to have a conversation after every single start. Make sure he's bouncing back and feeling good, and there's no ill effects. And the velocity looks good, the spin looks good, the command looks good. And I think Yamamoto, he's ready to be back, too. He's been out for a while. He is ready to be back, and he wants to help this team on the biggest stage. Every Japanese reporter you talk to will tell you that Yamamoto is built for the bright lights of the postseason, that he embraces it, he thrives in it. So very excited to see that. Swelling Sausage says 106 or 105. If you're going to round up, you can call it 106, but on the gun, it was 105.5. So it was 105.5 on the gun. So that's where we're at with that. But let's give some more comments, guys. We got Artie Moreno is so petty. Yeah, guys, just straight up petty wop for sure. We got Buehler and Bobby are putting up a good fight for that number 4th playoff spot. Interesting, Paul C. So what happened to Gavin Stone? So yeah, let's focus a little more on Walker Buehler, because you got to give him a ton of credit. He continues to trend in the right direction. I think that at this stage of his Dodgers career, entering free agency after this season, this late in the season, you just don't want to have any setbacks, and you just want to be moving forward. And certainly tonight was another step in the right direction. Walker Buehler gave up 2 runs on 5 hits, had 6 strikeouts and 2 walks through 83 pitches in 5 innings of work, had a 31 called strike and whiff percentage. Like I said earlier in the show, not a ton of swing and miss tonight for Walker Buehler, but he was executing pitches. He was executing pitches all night long. And he looked comfortable out there again. He looked like he wasn't worried and fighting his mechanics and trying to find anything he could to have some consistency. I mean, when he was getting his leg up and moving forward, downward to the plate, you saw much more consistency, and I think that was on display tonight. I think you want to see him throw as many strikes as possible and stay on the edges and not leave stuff out of the plate. He was 12 for 21 on first pitch strikes, had just 8 swings and misses, but still, I think that you look at the called strikes, 18 called strikes there and 11 foul balls. So he was battling. And honestly, like I said, he gave up 2 home runs on the night. You'll live with the solo shots. He gave up a solo shot on a cutter to Logan O'Hoppe that put the Angels up 1-0 early in the second inning. And then later in the game, in his last inning of work in the 5th inning, he falls behind the count 2-1. 4th pitch, he just didn't locate a 4-seam fastball very well. And Ward, he homered to right. So 2 home runs, but 2 solo shots. But he was still able to finish 5 innings. So I think Buehler, it's just about just continuing to notice improvements and continuing to refine just this reinvented version of yourself. It was going to happen overnight. I saw people all over social media. Forget Walker Buehler. Justin Lom said, "Hey, Doug, talk about Hollywood lifestyle and how he rejected us." Did you see that, by the way? Did you? I'm going to see if I can pull it up for you guys. Did you see, and we'll get back to Walker Buehler in a second here, but did you see Shohei Ohtani trying to disrupt our king, Mr. Shohei Ohtani, as he was trying to do his hit celebration, and Anthony Rendon was trying to block him from doing it. So yeah, it was on, I believe it was on one of the Japanese broadcasts, but I'm going to cue it up for you guys because you got to see this. I couldn't believe with my eyes when I saw Anthony Rendon trying to block this. Here, check this out. Let me see if I can cue it up for you guys. Look at this. He's trying to do the hit celebration, and he's just, oh my goodness, I just couldn't believe that. He's trying to block it. And of course, it's all fun and games. But for me, when I saw him out there, I was like, holy crap, Anthony Rendon's not injured? Anthony Rendon's actually playing tonight? It's a miracle. Anthony Rendon has his mail sent to the IL because he lives there. I couldn't see it. And by the way, at this point of the season, too, deep into September, you're almost at 162 games. Wasn't Anthony Rendon the same guy that was trying to shorten the season that didn't like 162 games? Hey, Anthony Rendon, Angels fans, they want to shorten your contract because it's been an absolute bust. But, yeah, I thought that was funny, and we'll never forget him talking about the Hollywood lifestyle. But here we go. Yeah, definitely smash that like button for your Los Angeles Dodgers. The more likes, the more helps the channel, more giveaways, more good stuff. Here's your grades for Walker Buehler. Paul Gutierrez, Buehler gets a B. Chris Villalobos, Buehler gets a B. Look, tonight he gave the Dodgers a chance to win in a game where they weren't putting up a ton of runs. And I think the big takeaway is you're just seeing him learn how to reinvent himself on the fly. But you saw a good amount of 4-seam fastballs today. Those were up. He averaged 94.9 on the heater, topped out at 96.3 miles per hour. But the knuckle curve, that continues to be his second most used pitch. And I like what I saw from Walker Buehler. I truly did. I think he limited the big innings, the meltdown innings. He's just getting sharper and sharper, and the command is improving, and the delivery is getting closer to what it was. Buehler told us last week that his last start was the best he felt since 2021. So I'm interested to see what he said about this start. So definitely some more get-right starts for Walker Buehler. Martin Troop says, D-Mac, don't forget that he's getting a $700 million salary on your first real job. Ain't bad either. Hey, look, he's getting $2 million a year, okay? Pretty good for a guy making $2 million. No, but of course, absolutely. Steve says, Buehler gets a B+ just because it's the Angels, but 5 innings pitched, 2 runs is great for him now. 105.5 people. Yeah, that's the story, right? It's one of the stories for sure. But Kopech matched him. Yeah, let's look at so Kopech on the night. Michael Kopech. Let's see where Kopech topped out at. So Kopech, he topped out at 100.2 miles per hour. He threw 11 four-seam fastballs. He averaged 98.7 miles per hour. But Ben Joyce, future Dodger Ben Joyce, of course, he averaged 103. Think about it. Dude averaged 103.8 on the heater. 103.8 on the heater, topping out at 105.5 miles per hour. His fastball velo was actually up 1.7 miles per hour in this one. Hey, it was their World Series. The Angels, you lost game 1 of your World Series, man. I feel bad for you guys. But let's get back into the mix, guys. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to the channel. D-Mac, shout out from Ventura County. What's up, Adam Ruiz? That's from my guy, Mr. Eric Yulo. You guys remember Yulo, right? Dodgers Nation legend. Big Ventura guy. Shout out to the 805. Hey, D-Mac, are the Manta masks still on sale? DKM. Umpire was wearing some Manta masks tonight, I'll tell you that much. Hannibal Hector. Hey, D-Mac, can we give a few Dodger dogs for Dave Roberts? Too many real quick to say fire Dave Roberts, but never give him a shout out. Hannibal Hector. Wow, we found Doc's burner. No, absolutely. I totally agree. And I think you look at Dave's last series against the Diamondbacks, man, I think you could make the case that he did a fantastic job. I mean, really a masterclass of a series against the Diamondbacks. Dodgers take 3 out of 4 against one of the hottest teams in baseball. And yes, Ketel Marte was in the lineup. Gabriel Moreno was out. And Dodgers killer Christian Walker wasn't in the lineup either. But still, Dave Roberts is a guy that is never going to get the credit that he probably deserves. And if this team doesn't win, he ultimately will pay the price. But it's just funny. Dodgers win. Doc didn't do anything. Come on. A kindergartner could manage this team to a 100-win season with all the talent they have. Dodgers lose. Doc has lost the clubhouse. He's thinking too much about analytics. He can't coach a team of all-stars. He's got a Ferrari, but doesn't know how to drive it. So he understands that. But, yeah, I mean, the fact that he had no business winning Game 1 against the Diamondbacks in that series after Kershaw went down, the bullpen had to cover 8 innings. Everyone wanted him to empty that bullpen on Friday. But wait a minute, the bullpen was taxed. You didn't have a long reliever. You had to get 46 pitches out of Joe Kelly. So he got the most out of Joe Kelly. He got the most out of Anthony Bonda there. And, yes, you gave up runs, but still you didn't have to overuse that bullpen. Then Saturday, how about the way he brings in Tommy Edman when he did? The way he used Kopech there in the 6th, which was high leverage. So there's these tiny decisions that you don't talk about with Dave Roberts when they work. But, yeah, my whole thing is, I think there was just a well-managed series. I mean, wave the white flag on Sunday. You let Robleski eat that start. And then people were mad about, oh, you took out Mookie, you took out Freddie, but you still took out 3 out of 4, and you managed to win that series. So, yeah, I think this, honestly, you can make the case is you can honestly make the case is Dave Roberts' best year as a manager just because of all the injuries that they've suffered. So, at the same token, you guys know me. I keep it 100. If I think there's a reason to criticize Dave, I definitely do. And, that just kind of has with this show. We got Sneaky Panda, $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Sneaky Panda. D-Mac, you make me not want to be straight. I'm sorry. Sneaky Panda, I really have to proofread these, but you know you're going to get a bruh for that one. But thanks for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Diane Schroeder, mid-September is just around the corner. I know. Are you guys those people? Because I have to admit, I hate to admit I am one of those guys. Whatever month it is, I'll be the first to tell people around me, I can't believe it's already June. Can't believe it's already July. Can't believe it's already August. Season goes by too fast. I'm definitely one of those people. I hate to admit it, but I am the classic, I can't believe it's already September kind of guy. That's me. I think it's just because I know when October's close, the anxiety levels just skyrocket, and I don't want to deal with it, but absolutely. Bruh, LMAO, Sneaky Panda, Daniel Clark. Linda Flores, happy for Walker. Yeah, me too. I really, really am, because a few starts ago, it looked like it was the beginning of the end. Everyone on social media had an opinion about Walker Buehler. Lots of people out there were saying that he should never pitch again for this Dodgers team, and like I said, when he was wearing that shirt with the Jason mask that said "to hell and back," I think that shows you what he's been through. So, and by the way, I'm having Rob Hill on the show tomorrow. Works for the Dodgers development team. We're going to talk about Walker Buehler and his journey back. Stone for a long relief come playoff roster. Rosemary Rodriguez, like I said yesterday, Freddie at-bats are a fun watch. Yeah, how about that at-bat by Freddie Freeman? It's funny because that could have gone down as the moment of the game there in the top of the 8th inning. And you had Taylor, who draws a leadoff walk on 4 pitches, and then Shohei Ohtani, he strikes out swinging. Not a good at-bat for Shohei, expanding the zone. He had a 4-seam fastball up out of the zone. He still swings at it. He misses, and that brings up Mookie Betts. He pops out to first for the second out. Then Chris Taylor, he gets the second after a balk, a little disengagement violation by Uehara, and he had an issue with his pitch comm, and then that brought up Freddie Freeman with the go-ahead run on second base in a 2-2 game. Freddie immediately fouls the first 2 pitches off to fall behind the count 0-2. Then he fouls off the next 4 pitches, all 4-seam fastballs, most of them on the outer half of the plate. 7th pitch of the at-bat, he takes a slider out of the zone, fouls off another couple of pitches. 10th pitch of the at-bat, he lays off a slider out of the zone. 11th pitch of the at-bat, fouls off a 4-seam fastball in the inner half. In the 12th pitch, he swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball on the outer half. But a 12-pitch at bat for Freddie Freeman. But still, you love the approach. You love the competitive approach there by Freddie Freeman to go out there, and he still contributed in a major way in this game. He goes 2 for 4 with a walk. So you look at the MV3, they combined for 5 hits, and you go 5 for 13 on the night. The big 3-run shot by Mookie Betts. Mookie hitting over 300 now. He's hitting 302 for the season. And it's really a bummer because I really think this could have been the Mookie Betts MVP season. Maybe it's a good thing so they're not splitting votes and I have all these psycho Mets fans that are trying to make the case for Francisco Lindor as the MVP. Are you kidding me? I'm going to save that rant for tomorrow's show, but no. In short, no. I like this. Rubio Blue says Rendon is Rendon. I got to give you a little finish him right there. Rendon is Rendon. Hollywood lifestyle, right? Brian says Anthony Rendon hates baseball. Can't change my mind. Brian, I always like to say this. There's some players that hate baseballs. Gary Sheffield, Barry Bonds, Shohei Ohtani. There's some players that hate baseball. That's Anthony Rendon. We got Brianna Rochelle over on YouTube. Oakland at least has players that have shown some really serious talent. Angels just suck, and Rendon is mad because he didn't want the Hollywood lifestyle. Good riddance. He picked the Angels. Yeah, we took that one personally, right? Just like how Mookie, be a fire take for that one, by the way. Brianna over on YouTube. But Rand is calling a shot. Ohtani hits 45. Did you see our GOAT Mookie? We did. We absolutely did. Diego LMAO D-Mac is hilarious. I can see why Sneaky Panda feels that way. Diego relaxes. You just earned yourself a bruh for that one. Decoy needs to be the Dodgers official mascot. That's from Joel Rodriguez. You want to see him be the Dodgers dog, not just of the game, but of the whole season, of the whole franchise?
Dodger dog of the game.
Anthony Rendon is allergic to baseball from Pitbulls. You guys just roasting Rendon at this point. Jason says, how is Rendon playing? I don't know if you're asking how is he playing, meaning like he's not injured or something like that, or actually how is his season going? If you look at his numbers on the year, Anthony Rendon, he's played in 53 games this season. He has a 73 weighted runs created plus. He's hitting 228 with a 315 on base, slugging 280. So he's 27% below league average. He's played in just 53 games. The Dodgers dodged a major, major bullet by not signing Anthony Rendon. The contract he signed, 7 years, $245 million. It's absolutely one of the worst contracts in the modern era. Roy Estrada gives Buehler a C+. Diane Schroeder gives Buehler a B. We got... fun fact, Decoy has played more games than Rendon, Birasama. I'm going to give that the comment of this show. I just love that comment. Give that the comment of this show. Lots of comments of the show, by the way. Doesn't have to be just one. Panda Trippin B+. We got... remember D-Mac, the Bulldog says Command is the last to return post-surgery. Yeah, prone to thrill. Absolutely. And the encouraging sign is the velo was already there. But it's the command also combined with the delivery, and it's all connected. And he did deal with a hip injury that impacted his ability to fine-tune his mechanics. We got World Series needs more healthy pitchers like right now. Delirium. When I was a young boy, I cited Bigfoot. And years later, the Loch Ness Monster. Today, I cited Anthony Rendon. You guys are killing me with the Anthony Rendon roast right here. Rubio bleeds blue. It's so hot that all the Angels and Angels fans' tears evaporated before they fell from their eyes. Rendon is the real face of the Angels. LOL. That's from N-Rocks. Kopech is awesome. Absolutely. David Park. Thank you, my man. We got the Shohei number 2. I don't know about that. Kiki, Buehler could have done better against the underdog, though. I mean, sure. You could have seen more swing and miss, but for the most part, you give 2 runs in 5 innings. Remember, a quality start, even though Clayton Kershaw disagrees. Clayton Kershaw thinks a quality start is 7 innings, but quality start is 6 innings and 3 runs. 5 innings and 2 runs, you're getting close to that. And with Yamamoto and Tyler Glass now out, Buehler's really helping this team. You can say he's additive right now. He's helping this team right now. And don't kid yourself. I mean, you always have to plan for the worst sometimes, and he's definitely a viable insurance policy if you need him in a pinch to start a postseason game. Let's not forget, this is Walker Buehler, man. This is butane we're talking about. And he's not that guy. He's low-octane butane, if you want to make that case, but still, I think Walker Buehler, and also Detmers was definitely, he was performing well tonight too. But, yeah, give the Dodgers a ton of credit, man. I love this win. For some reason, the disrespect, the 3-run home run by Mookie in the 10th, and you had just really good pitching on both sides all night. Against the Angels, I love this win. But I'm going to do all comments for the last couple minutes here. Let is baseline in the band. D-Max, some guy named Panda's trying to rinse you up. Fire Dave Roberts from Nando 390. Nando. Mookie player of the game. Blue says it was a tight game and Pantone 294 showed up big time. One more round tomorrow. Yeah, man. Pantone showed up and showed out. Give him credit representing Dodger Blue there in Anaheim. G-Man Evidence. They're not firing anybody with this team the best in the league. We got Paul Gutierrez. Buehler got the Jorge's in him. I hope I said that right. Probably didn't. We got Aaron Vega Roberts, not the best skipper. What helps him a lot is that he has a complete, solid team. Extend Dave Roberts from Paris Beach for what? I don't think it's that. I think that Dave has to. He has a lot to prove. I mean, even though he's putting up Hall of Fame stats as far as the 100-win seasons, the pennants he's won, the World Series in 2020. It's not that he's not a great manager or a good manager, or however you want to frame him from that standpoint. It's the fact that if the Dodgers flame out and they underachieve and they want to make a change, he's the easiest change you can make. And you look at what coaches in other sports are getting, right? I mean, it's different. It's just it's totally different. I mean, you look at just LA in general. You look at Jim Harbaugh and what he signed for with the Chargers, right? If you look at Jim Harbaugh's salary, he's making $16 million a year. $16 million a year with the Chargers, right? And you look at Dave Roberts, he's won a World Series. In 2023, he made $3.25 million. Okay? So you just have to kind of recalibrate how you look at the Major League Baseball manager and his role. His role is to keep the culture in place, get guys to buy in, be collaborative with the front office, the analytics department, the baseball ops department, just keep things together. So I think it's not like you're running an offense like a football tactician, like a Sean McVay or anything like that. But for sure, we got Jose Meda. I have a pet peeve. Teoscar and Ohtani always strike out by swinging and missing at the identical dumb pitch. You've seen some big swings for them for sure. I mean, they're guys that they're not Juan Soto. Right? I mean, they're up there to do damage. Andrew, Nathan, RPS, DMAC. Remember, go to Jack in the Box and grab your free torta. Okay, man, I gotta give you a. No, it's a fire take. Why? What tortas are great. Dude, they have tortas at Jack in the Box. I don't know. What do you think about Jumbo Jack Flaherty, by the way? You guys recall? What do you got? You guys think Jack in the Box? I mean, you guys actually go to that? I haven't been to Jack Box in a minute. We got Alex Solis, $1.99 super chat. What's up with the Anaheim tortas? I don't know. I mean, I haven't had any good tortas in Anaheim. Have you guys? I mean, I definitely would love to. Beer Summits, Anaheim tortas need love too. If you guys got any good recommendations, you know that's one of my foods of choice for sure. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. A couple walk-off shots right here. Dan T says Karros is a legend in the booth. Thought he did a fantastic job. Love EK getting the call. We got Bed and Cozy, $5 super chat. Hey, DMAC, why no channel membership? We're working on the channel membership. So definitely we're working on that as well. $1.99 super chat from Frankie Zito. That Ohtani used to work here graphic had me weak. Was that real or was that someone trolling? Because that had me weak too. I didn't want to talk about it. I mean, it's probably just a funny Photoshop, right? But I thought that was hilarious too. Jose Tortani, Angel Stadium has zero aura. That's from Vanessa J. What up, DMAC? What up, Adrian Salazar? Jack in the Box is decoy food. Hey, what the heck? That's funny. But thanks again, guys. See you later, Roy. See you later, Living Dory. Brianna Rochelle. Absolutely. It's a free burger. How can you say no to that offer? Yeah, it's true, man. Free burger, Jumbo Jack Flaherty style. You got to love it. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Leave a like on your way out. Really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to announce our next giveaway maybe tomorrow, but very, very soon. So you definitely want to comment down below in the comment section. We got a blue on Dorade. I'm going to take that recommendation. When near Anaheim, go to Tacos Los Cholos Filet Mignon over the grill. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to be in Anaheim tomorrow. That's where I'm going to be at. See you later, Ivy Stroke and Rosemary, JKid323. My name is Doug McKain. Follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.